Okay, so now your job is to fill out the form. You'll notice up here that I have already put in 3 responses, and we'll just do one more. So you go to your live form, and you get the student's work in front of you, or maybe you're sitting with them, and you go through. So you hit your drop down. We're now on Ludwig. The assignment is super awesome, and then we just go through and we fill in the levels and the comments as well. Marking the work. You can have a bank of comments if you notice the similar things are coming up, and then tailor them to students. In some cases, you might want to have a drop-down menu for a particular expectation because you're getting the same responses. Good job. Obviously, that's not a good strength. It would be related to what they're doing in the curriculum. Next step, do this. How to get there, do X, Y, and Z. After you've done that, you submit, and you're done your class. So we don't want to submit another response, so we'll just get rid of that. And then what we can do, though, is we can view our responses. We'll wait patiently, and here we go. So, as you can see, we have student name, assignment, all their marks, and their next steps there. What we are going to do now is we are going to install an add-on called Autocrat. If it won't show up on yours if you've never installed it, so you'll go to Get Add-ons and search for Autocrat. Just like that, no spaces, and then install it. There are 2 things I would do before I installed Autocrat, because Autocrat is going to populate some new columns on your sheet. I'd first put student email, and then I would put parent email 1 and parent email 2. Oftentimes you'll be sending it to more than one household, so if you have parents that are families that are living apart, then you'll need to make sure that both parents are getting copies of the rubric itself. So in this case, I am just going to put my Gmail, as my student, and I'll just copy that here. If I were you at the beginning of the year, I would send a form to students and get them to put their student email down and their parent email down. And I'll put my UG Cloud account for here. And that way, after it's in alphabetical order according to your students, you can just cut and paste. It'll save so much time. So you fill that out. And then what you do is next you click on add-ons, and then you go to Autocrat and move over to launch. And another sidebar should pop up here. After it has popped up, you've never done a merge job with this sheet. So you click on new merge job. After you click on that, it asks you first. So for each section over here, I would suggest you make sure you go through what is in front of you step by step and make sure you're just taking your time and going through it. So it wants us to select a document to use as our merge template, and we've already made that. So we're going to click on Drive, and you can just search for it. So I know it's called Super Awesome, and Awesome rubric template. Let's see what comes up. There it is. So I click on it and I select, and it's loading the template. Name the merge job. So we're going to say super awesome. Oh, I don't know why it's in caps. We'll leave it though. And 2015. Set. So now you notice over here, it has went from choose template to map tags, because that's what we're going to do. Select the sheet. So if you are getting your data to go to one spreadsheet and different sheets within that spreadsheet, then you'll have to make sure that you choose the drop-down menu for the right one. Next, because our tags right here in our template are the same as the headers or the columns in the sheet, this auto populates. So I have student name, it's pulling that from the sheet, A 3.6 level, etc., all the way down. If it doesn't, it's because you put an extra space in, you spelled it wrong between the two. What you'll have to do is you'll have to click the drop down and find it and choose it. So there you go. After you make sure all your tags match your sheet headers, and by sheet headers again I mean the columns in your spreadsheet where the data came in, you save, and then it goes to merge settings. So what Autocrat will do is you don't have to email it to parents. You can just create a doc that you can have for the students. You could print it out. So what it's first asking you is for a file naming convention. So we have all these tags up here to help us make really easy names. So what I do is I Control C, and I always take the assignment name, I put a space, I put the student name, and I put we'll put the timestamp, because if you allow your students to redo assignments or redo culminating activities, then you might send more than one rubric home or make more than one doc out of the template. So the timestamp will say when you've redone the rubric, so we'll put it there. After that, it says select the file type you want to create. I like a Google Doc. And next, this button is the one we want: email and or share merged documents. We're going to say yes. And then we have our little email format to follow. So who are we going to send it to? We are going to send it to all these down here. I'll do them one at a time. So parent email to, comma, parent email 1, Control C, and then paste, and student email, Control C, and make sure there's a comma, and paste. Subject, super awesome rubric. There we go. Mail to recipients. So you can say hi. Hi. We won't put that. We'll put hi. We could also, if we wanted to, I didn't put a column for parent name, so you can fill this out. But we'll just put hi. You will find a rubric attached. This is from the most recent super awesome assignment. As usual, if you have any questions or concerns, please do not hesitate to call. fix your spelling. Oh. There we go. So, include, after you're done that, thanks, Blaine. I would also change this part. So it's going to automatically make that into a Google Doc for us, but I like to send it as a PDF file attachment for parents and for students, so they don't have the ability to manipulate it once it's there. Let's check advanced settings. Yes. So we might have to go back and do this. I believe if we don't set it at all, it's just when we run a merge, it will be great. You can also choose the folder where you want to put it into. So for example, if you want all these to come into, I can put it in my super awesome rubric students. You can put it into there. So I'm going to select there just for now. If not, it will create its own folder based on the assignment name. When new forms are submitted, so every time a new form is submitted, you could run it. You'd have to make sure that the emails were already there. I just do it at the end and save. And then I always like to preview. So Autocrat's gone through some changes. I used to be able just to send it to myself at first. So this is what's going to happen. So John Doe's parents and him are going to get this. This is what it's going to look like on their end. There you go. So we go next. Chain Q public, so you can view there. So we're done with the preview. Now let's run merge. So it should send it to both my normal Gmail and my UG Cloud as a parent. And here we go, run merge. So it's saying it has 4 jobs to do. It has merged 1 job. And oh, and there's my phone going off because it's getting the emails. And you'll notice here that it is these are the columns that Autocrat has populated. So we got that. We'll put that off. What I like also about using Autocrat is now I have links to those documents right there in another easy spot.